Namaskar, good evening. Welcome to the eighth episode of India Educates Presents Education Adda with Pratik. And as usual, I'm not going to miss out on this opportunity to thank all of you for your constant support. You have been an amazing audience and supporter of whatever we do at India Educates. You are watching our videos and sharing with your friends and families. So, thank you so much. And this, I'm sure, would educate and empower the learner fraternity. So, without wasting much of our time, we are going to introduce the topic of today. Deloitte Access Economics forecasts that soft skill intensive occupations will account for two-thirds of all jobs by 2030. Is your diploma or degree good enough to be career ready? Why are soft skills important to students and job seekers? How to get quality soft skill solution and add values to your professional profile? To get answer of all these questions and many more, we have a special guest this evening. Let's welcome Mr. Basab Pratim Chowdhury, Deputy Head Recruitment and Business Development, Deakin University, Australia. Hi Basab. Hi Basab,
Hi,
welcome.
hi Pratik, how are you?
Good, good, good. How are you doing?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. You are.
Great. All good, all good. So far, so good, and as much as it can be because things are tough these days. A lot of restrictions after COVID. So
Right.
yeah, we are looking forward to that 2019 days. Yeah,
Bashab, can you just hold your mic
and
slightly
thanks
closer to
for
your?
getting me here. On
Yeah,
Am I
if you
audible?
can
I've
just
got a microphone. Am I not audible properly?
oh,
Is it
it's
better
yeah,
now?
I guess it's fine. It's fine. All right. So, Bashab,
Great, wonderful.
in our Adda, we have a lot of interesting discussions which are related to education and whatever Addas we have that always at the end of the show educate and empower people, and I'm confident that today's show is going to be another exciting such episode. All right, so this is to our viewers who are joining now. Please share our YouTube link with your friends. What I'm going to do now in our comment section, I have just now pasted the link of our YouTube channel, which is India Educates. So you can encourage your friends and colleagues to watch this live. And I know that there are a lot of viewers who like to watch it at their time of convenience. Okay, so Basho, without uh, uh, wasting our time anymore, let me straightway get into the question that please tell us, our viewers, that we have a lot of students and young learners who do not know what is soft skill. So what is soft skills and why are they so important?
I'll be trying to elucidate this in a very lucid way, and let me articulate it in a way wherein everybody understands that soft skills are those traits that allow you to navigate through various job fields. So you may be technically sound, you may have an engineering degree, you may have a management degree, but when you get into job, there are several other skills that you need to have in order to be successful in workplace. And life skills actually get you through personal situations and experiences in your everyday life outside work as well. Uh, in United States, if you look at their curriculum, their pedagogy, they have emphasized a lot on soft skills and life skills. It's just not about the school education. It is beyond that. And I have to tell you that UNICEF has listed 10 core life skills and techniques which every student should be aware of. This includes like problem solving, critical thinking, communication skills, decision making, creative thinking, interpersonal relationship skills, because this is something which is very important in order to crack a deal, in order to convince your superior, or probably to build a cohesive team. You need to have very strong interpersonal relationship skills, self-awareness building skills. Empathy is something that you need to build, so it just doesn't come all of a sudden the moment you join a company. It happens over the period of time. It happens when you kind of go through a passage of time, experience a lot of kind of challenges. You go through that turmoil, and then you eventually learn. But things have changed these days. A lot of things are happening virtually. Remote learning has come into the fore. Remote working has come into the fore, and it actually restricts you to mingle that way, the way you have mingled before. So new students, emerging students, I would rather say students who are actually on the verge of graduating and probably are on the verge of getting into job, or might have gotten a job probably say about in last 2 years. They have, most of them have missed out on that very attribute of mingling the way people used to mingle in corporate life before pandemic. So that has hindered the pace of their learning in terms of life skills or soft skills that they would have gathered by now. Now, it's just not about that, but also when you talk about to cope up with the increasing pace and change that has come to the fore because of pandemic and digital disruption, which actually emerged in late 2015. Uh, uh, People, it was actually imperative for people to gather those skills, and that is the reason we have been always talking about life skills to be included in school curriculum. It's just not about the technical education, but it has to be beyond that.
So it's very clear that it's not only needed for the professionals. So these are equally important for students community and others as well. Is that what we're trying to say?
Yeah, so when you talk about the skills, uh, students right from their school days, so be it a student from ninth, 10th, 11th, or 12th, or probably students from their graduation or postgraduate degree, and up to C-suite level executives.
Mhm.
Everyone needs to update their life skills, or probably for that matter soft skill, because things are very dynamic. Things change every day. You have new things
Mhm.
coming up in the corporate arena every day. So it is important that you kind of upgrade yourself continuously. And for that matter, I'm not really trying to put across that we are the company that I belong to or I hail from is the only such organization promoting life skills. There are a lot of other organizations who are promoting it, but Deakin Co, which is the corporate arm of Deakin University, Australia, actually has array of such options and at different levels, which provides skill development right from school student to up to C-suite executives. So we have plenty of such options. We have collaborated with different organizations in Australia, in India, and in fact across the globe, as well as even in India, with a lot of institutes wherein we have picked up a particular topic basis the recommendation of that institute, and we have tried to upskill students on that particular topic. So this is something that we have been doing at all levels, and I feel that even OECD recommends certain skill sets that I have already named before. That
Right.
these skills are essential for everyone to get to get and probably to get instilled with those additional skills over and above their technical knowledge.
So we have been talking about a large group of people. So let's go step by step. So let's say if we now address only the students community. So are you saying that degrees and diplomas are not really enough? So they certainly should have these additional skills, which gives them this additional edge to be there.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'd say that because adolescents, that's what you call these students. Adolescents are at their most crucial part of their life when they actually learn, and that phase from age of 10 years old to up to 19 years old, students have the most receptive, the strongest receptive acumen. They get to learn, and that this is the stage wherein they should actually be given those attributes. Because what happens is, a student may fare really well in their 10th grades, or for that matter high school grades, securing up to about 9 points, or probably 90%. And when they go for competitive exams, they actually fare well on the same lines, the way they have performed in their school exams. But after completion of their studies, when they get into job, they struggle if they don't have adequate life skills. And then we see a lot of people, a lot of students who might not have those 9 pointers or 8 pointers, have started performing well in corporate arena and are more successful comparatively than those students. And it happens primarily because of the fact that they have this practical approach towards everything. you know uh, this is just something that you probably gather while you start working, while you mingle more. But it is also important that you start getting those skills while you are studying, so that you don't face those hindrances later during your journey at your workplace. So we always say that it is something that you should gather when you are at the when you have the strongest receptive acumen, and you can actually adapt according to the situation. So I'll give you an example. uh, a student who you send abroad for higher education, or student who goes to boarding schools, they are more exposed to life, they are more matured. If you take into account, if you look at all the young CEOs globally, they have been exposed to these lives and have gone through that turmoil right from their early age, and that has actually given them that skill which has made them so successful. It is just not about that IQ, it is a combination of IQ and EQ, intelligent quotient and emotional quotient. So most of the schools, 95% of the schools, I'm not really talking about the new age universities, new age schools which have actually emerged of late. But if you look at most of the educational institutes, Pratik, you'll find them giving them, imparting only the technical knowledge or the conventional knowledge, which is of course very important, because without that you can't really choose a career, you can't really build a career. But what they don't impart is life skills. I mean, you have to uh, put a student into that situation for that student to be acquainted of such kind of environment, so that that student doesn't really face challenge when they are into their workplace, when they are actually facing life challenges physically, uh, in reality. uh, so it is kind of creating a simulation for them, creating something for them wherein they have gone through it, they're aware how to handle such a situation. And be it I'm sure you have to agree with me that critical thinking, innovation, communication skills, relationship skills, uh, uh, emotional quotient are very very critical for every I think every person to be successful at workplace, right? For you to be successful, even if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you don't really have very good critical thinking, you can't do it. And critical thinking comes naturally. Number one, it can come naturally. You may have that natural trait which you might have inculcated from your surroundings. It doesn't really get imparted while you were in your school pedagogy.
Yeah.
Either it has to come naturally or it has to be learned. And
And I
parents
guess,
probably who are listening to me, yeah,
Basho,
go ahead, Pradeep.
uh, uh, in this new normal, I guess these things have become even more important. as you have been
Absolutely.
talking about it towards the beginning of the show, that things have become remote, and so these skills are going to be uh, the differentiator between successful and not so successful, right? So these are
Absolutely.
equally important for the professionals. So it's not that these are only important for students. Even people who are going to seek jobs, so job seekers of all the age groups and professionals. So these are equally
Yeah.
important. That's what we are trying to communicate. Now, Bashab, tell us: are they very difficult to uh, learn? Is it very difficult to acquire the skills?
Not actually. I mean, it is all about how you engage yourself with the situation. Uh, if you have a positive approach, or if probably I would say if you have an approach to solve the situation, to come out of the situation, you are a fighter. Naturally you learn those skills automatically. But tell me,
Mm-hmm.
Pratik, how many of the people you know are natural fighters or have that natural skill of coming out of problem? Most of us lean on to something which is closer to us, you know, and try and find a resolution for that problem through others. That actually what it does is it puts us behind. It doesn't really give us a solution. It may give us a temporary relief because someone else is impacted into that situation and might have helped me come out of that situation. But has it actually helped me? Has it given me that lesson as to how to deal with this situation next time? It has not done that. You know, so I feel that if you know about these things, if you go through those examples, and if you are, because see, even if you learn those soft skills, if you go through that training, until and unless you face that in reality, you will not be able to solve it. And but at least being aware of such things, being aware of how to handle it is something, how to approach a situation is something which will help you eventually in the modern workplace. You need to be more technical, more than technical skills. You have to be, more vigilant towards your surroundings. Students employ six candidates who can perform their jobs well, but who can also fit into the company culture and interact with their employees and peers. In order to do these things, you have to have those skills. So you being very technical, sound, professional doesn't really solve that requirement. Solve that requirement.
So
For
being
that,
aware is very, very important.
very very important, which comes through those trainings, which comes through those, either you have been an active participant to co-curricular activities in your schools, you have been really good at other activities when you are into your job. So so with people who are only into studies, or probably who have gone into their workplace or are only into work, they'll face comparatively more hurdle than that of those students who have actually those students who have been participating in co-curricular activities more, have done a lot of social work, or probably people who have gone into jobs, have 3 4 years of experience but are engaged with different clubs, different activities. They are they're more likely to come out of those problematic situations than those who have not been exposed to that. So
Yeah, Bashab. So
yeah.
wonderful discussion so far. Now, students and learners, they always seek some structured solutions. So there are structured solutions available. I understand, and we will talk about that right after a minute's break. So we will get into a very short 1 minute break where we are going to play a small AV about India educates.
A wrong career decision could be extremely expensive. A student must seek professional advice before selecting a stream, choosing subjects, and deciding on a career option or higher studies. India Educates has a pool of certified counselors and various psychometric assessment tools to assist students to take informed decisions. Don't miss out this opportunity. We also assist students to take admissions in leading international schools and universities of India and abroad. We provide counseling services for inattentive students too. Book your appointment for online counseling through our contact details.
Yeah. So coming back to our discussion now, you represent one leading university of the world. Now,
Yeah,
it has got its corporate wing, which is Deakin Co, and they have
yeah.
come up with some wonderful solution. And I am super excited to uh, request you to introduce them to our viewers.
Okay. So my name is Pratik has already introduced me to you all. I
Yeah.
work with Deakin University. It is an university based in Australia and is one of the leading universities in the country. In fact, it is the top 1% universities globally, and we're a leader in almost all study areas and pioneers in areas like business analytics or communication. For that matter, but I'll talk more about skills today. So, Deakin Co is the corporate arm of Deakin University, and it basically helps by providing possibilities and upgradation solutions to organizations and as well as individuals. It provides workplace solutions that assess and builds workplace skills and capability for organizations, and these are mainly designed for 21st century workplace, and the aim is to improve performance and future employability. So we have different programs at different levels, but let me give you some uh, probably snapshot of why it is so important. Now, automation and thinking machine these days are replacing human tasks and jobs, you know and
Right.
but you need to, and you actually, it is very important, but that does not mean there'll be huge layoff in the future. No, not at all. Automation and thinking machines have been inducted just because of the fact that it will enhance productivity across all industries, but equally people intervention is required. I mean, unless you intervene and design as to how a machine should perform, machine won't perform. So,
Right.
so it is something which we should understand and realize that things are changing, workplace is changing, and we need to adapt ourselves accordingly. We need to upskill ourselves accordingly. Now, remote and digital working will become the new norm. It'll have less interaction, but that will not diminish the importance of interaction. So, how do you do that while being remotely located? Now, we have come out with various upskilling and soft skilling, upskilling and developmental programs, which actually helps you to enhance your professional profile, enhance those skills which are key to your employability, gain probably an edge over others. And at the end of the day, what you realize is you have more knowledge to and have gained a problem solving attitude, a problem solving quality over and above your technical knowledge or the conventional knowledge that you have, and wherever you are wanting to build your career. Now, the areas that we focus on are communication, fundamentals of technology, teamwork, resilience, customer experience, data-driven market are something that you can actually build your skills on. I'm talking about school students who are listening to me right now. Now, critical thinking is there. You have campaign management. You have financial literacy. You have participation in digital aids. Uh, Team building, team collaboration is something that we require for students who are at their postgraduate level or undergraduate level, because now you will be more involved in different activities externally. So there's something that I will probably want you to understand and realize that over and above your mainstream studies, you need to adopt, you need to take those skills as well.
So
Now
are they
Deacon
very
Co
time
has
consuming?
not actually, Pratik, and I was coming into that. That if you want to take that, because what happens is you'll be curious. Why should I take that? I'm doing well, and I'm already inundated with uh, you know uh, learning over the internet, remote learning. I'm inundated with Zoom sessions. So it's just not it's not a Zoom session at all. It is something which you can do at the comfort of your uh, timing schedule. You can actually take these courses in a synchronous asynchronous way. These courses are offered online. You can complete it within 6 to 10 hours. uh, you end up getting a certificate. Now this certificate is something which is globally recognized, and you have industry recognition from all over the globe for this particular certificate, and you can add on to your LinkedIn. Now LinkedIn is a platform. I'm sure a lot of viewers already have a LinkedIn profile, but minors who probably are thinking of building a LinkedIn profile, uh, let me tell you, there is something called digital certificate or digital license, which you add on, and you have a unique code, digital badge. Now, Deakin Co provides you a digital badge, and digital badge has a lot of importance, in the corporate world. So if you are a candidate wherein you have been endorsed by a global body on these skills, which are very essential for any employer, you will be chosen over others. Now
Absolutely.
that is something you have to understand. Now, for example, me and Pratik have gone for an interview. I'll give you a live example. I have completed my engineering. Pratik has completed his engineering, and we are freshers. We have graduated. Uh, I have scored 90%. Pratik has scored 87%. But Pratik has done some projects. He was very active in the school with his co-curricular activities, and has undergone some certified programs wherein he has been endorsed by a recognized body that Pratik has developed skills in communication. He has team building skills. He has leadership skills, and I don't have anything. I just have better grades. I'll not be taken. I'll not be given that offer. Pratik will be given that offer. So this is the reason I should tell you that it's always very important to have. It is always important to have other skills over and above your mainstream education. So that's what we are offering. Besides being educational leader, we also focus, emphasize, and give importance to soft skills and life skills uh, across individuals and organizations.
Bashab, it's Deakin. It's a big brand, so is it very expensive?
I don't want to promote that much. I'm trying to promote the skill thing because Deacon everyone knows. Not in disguise of Deacon. I'm
No,
trying to
from
promote.
that perspective, it's the corporate arm of Deakin. So Deakin
Yeah,
Co. Is it
yeah,
very expensive? Can't touch it.
absolutely,
Can't get there.
absolutely. Now it is one of the leading brands, globally. So you type DEAK, you get Deakin University or whatever. So when it comes to the brand and the amount of money you'll be shelling out, considering the brand on the certificate is very less. So these programs cost you about 4,000 per course, uh, 3,500, 4,000 per course. So it will come down to approximately about 35,000, 3,500 something. Now, you have, if you do a cohort of four, and generally every student does 4 units together, combination of 4 units. We call it, we end up giving a certificate, a digital badge for this, that you have completed professional readiness program with Deakin Co. And this badge will something which will fetch you a certificate uh, endorsing you that this person has completed cluster of 4 courses in these areas. So this is something you get as an outcome. Now, your takeaways are just not confined to a certificate. You get a little badge, certification of achievement. You will be part of master classes that you do. What a master class! Master class is a series of classes which actually tells you and gives you knowledge on different upcoming emerging study areas, on futuristic jobs and skills which are required by industry. So he will be attending those master classes free of cost, which actually costs a lot otherwise. You'll also end up developing a professional profile for yourself. So these are the things that you get as an outcome after doing this course with TQCO.
All right. Now let me share something very interesting to our viewers that India Educates happens to be the official promotion partner of all these Dikinco programs. So if you want more details about this, there are a lot of educators who are listening to us. There are a lot of job seekers who are listening to us, and these are actually very very important programs which you can't miss out, and especially in the new normal. All right. So and life skill is very very important. The soft skills are very very important, and these are going to add a lot of values. So if you go to our website, that is www.indiaeducates.com, so there is a separate training section. Click there. Under that you will have Dikinco programs. So you will get details of all the modules meant for students and modules meant for professionals, with the pricing details and everything. Get in touch with us. We would be giving you with the promotion code and other things that will help you get special prices as well. So that is one very important piece of information that I wanted to share. And since we have Bashok with us today, so and we are talking about Dikinco, but along with that, Bashok, since you are here, tell us very briefly what is the scene of students going to Dikin,
Anything?
because this
Talk
pandemic
about.
is.
Yeah. So let me tell you, yes, it is true that we cannot replicate the same, experience at this stage. But yes, Deakin University has come up with a solution. In fact, we're the first university, I think, probably first in India amongst all global universities um, to immediately start encouraging students to join our cloud campus. Now, I'll first talk about where we are located and what we are. So, Deakin University is 40 years old, over 40 years old university, and we are based out of Victorian state in Australia. We have campuses in Melbourne, Geelong, 2 campuses in Geelong, one in Warrnambool, and we are leaders in remote education. In fact, we were when we came into existence, when we were established, we actually came up with that vision of strengthening of campus learning. You know, and we were the first Australian university to have Ethernet-based learning way back in 1989, and in 1991 probably computer-based modules. So those days you didn't really have online learning, but you definitely came up with those solutions wherein you could provide education to those people who couldn't, who could actually join those classes because of time constraint and stuff. They were already working, so we emphasized on that right from the beginning. Now, coming on to the current stage, we are ranked number one in Australia for MOOC, and we are ranked number eighth in the world for MOOC learning. Now, a lot of people who are curious what is MOOC. MOOC stands for Massive Open Online Courses. Now, this basically online learning. So it's just so I'm focusing a lot on online because go of the day is to learn remotely. Uh, but let me tell you, in terms of our infrastructure, physical infrastructure, we have the largest campus uh, 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 in the city, in Melbourne, and we have Geelong campus, which is probably largest in the entire state. Geelong Warren Ponds campus. It is home to Geelong Technological Research. It's a joint initiative by Deakin University and Victoria Government. We offer courses across business, engineering, IT, architecture, humanities, international relations, law, medicine, health. So every one has something to study at Deakin University. So yes, in terms of borders, we are expecting, we're quite positive because see, if you look at Australia as a country, it is one of the most uh, successful country to prevent the contagion, you know, from that massive or large scale catastrophic impact, which has actually happened to most of the other countries, be it the United States or the UK or any other leading European nations. So Australia by far has fared well, and this because they have you know made a fortress out of their country, and they didn't really want to encourage international mobility. Now, because 70% of the population are on the verge of getting vaccinated, they're likely to open it later this year. And students who have joined us in the year 2020, they're still studying online, and we call it O2, or online to on campus. And these students actually will get to travel as and when border opens, and still be eligible for all the rights and benefits as a DK student, or for that matter, rights and benefits from the Australian government for study rights or work rights after completion of the studies. So nothing changes at all. In fact, they have been given a lot of support because they are studying remotely. So a lot of things. So if I start telling
All
you,
right. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So now coming back to Deakin programs. So Bashar, how do you like to sum it up? Like, see, how to add value and how to be career ready. So that is the topic of today's discussion. So your
Yes.
parting thoughts.
So, yes, every student these days should be equipped with additional skills over and above their education. So, you should go for it. You should be ready to get into any of the environment because things changes, and whatever we provide keeping in mind uh, uh, a situation wherein you can adapt in any country, in any environment. So all these courses are globally recognized, and OECD approved. So OECD skills is again a different thing, but I will encourage you to search it on Google because if I have to explain it, it will take another 10-15 minutes. So it is approved and endorsed by OECD. So it is something that every student should do. We have been see Deakin has been immensely successful globally for with its professional readiness programs and has significantly evaluated to students worldwide. And trust you me, it has we have proven record when it comes to skilled how skill benefits a student. So it's just not about Deakin. I'm talking about any skill development program. So yes, go find it out, search to Google, identify what are the skills that you want to develop, reach out to India Educates, and enroll yourself. We look forward to see you.
Great. So as Bashab has been very nice to explain that how it is important to have a balance between IQ and EQ, and we need to understand that our formal education is not enough to succeed in life. So we should have life skills. We should uh, acquire soft skills, and that is not really very difficult to do. So there are some quality solutions available, which are affordable and which are very easy to do right at the comfort of your home. And uh, Dick & Co has got some fantastic programs, and you can gain those details from us. So it's www.indiaeducates.com. There is a training section. Under that, you will have all the details of Dick & Co programs, and they are actually very, very affordable. So get in touch with us. And I want to thank Bashob for taking out time from his busy schedule. Thank you so much, Bashob. So uh, we end this very episode over here, and looking forward to many such exciting episodes of India Educates Presents Education Adda with Pratik. Do not forget to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do share the information with your friends, that many more learners, students of all ages get to know about India Educates. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Pratik. Thank you, Pratik, for inviting me here. Thanks, bye
Thank
bye,
you.
everyone.
It's a pleasure. Yeah. Bye.